Hello everybody, this is me, Mammoth01. Today we're reviewing Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Ironhide. Here he is in vehicle mode and looks pretty nice. I just wish there was paneling covering up top here, covering his arms there. Otherwise, this is a great looking vehicle mode. Shame the wheels aren't painted, but considering the paint apps pretty much the paint apps being generally good in robot mode and everything, I'm fine with it not being really painted. That just would have been nice to see though, considering most Siege figures up until this point have had their wheels painted. So yeah. Without wasting any further time, let's go to vehicle comparisons. And yes, he does roll. Here is him next to Siege Sideswipe. Very nice. And here he is next to War for Siege Megatron. And you can pretty much in any of these 5mm ports, you can peg the gun. So you can peg it back here, peg it up here, etc. And yeah, and we'll talk more about this weapon in a bit. But yeah, so let's get with transformation. So what you want to do is lift this up, but you're going to leave it like that for now. Open these side panels. Want to move these arms and move these panels, but not all the way. That's so you don't pop them off, because that will happen. Yeah. So to try to avoid that, don't do what I just did and just kind of have these halfway open, and then open them, push those in like that, and you won't really. Dang it. Okay. You won't really hear a tabbing at all. It'll just kind of goes there. Oh, I mean, no, yeah, there is a tab. This tab right here tabs into this circle piece. So there is a little bit of tabbing. That fell off my desk. Oh, yay. And then there's a tab right here that tabs into there. Just very simple. Do the same on the other side. Now, what you want to do is pull this back and turn this around, kind of like Titan Returns trigger happy. Push that back into place. Pull the head out. It'll kind of click in place. Then move this. There's a hinge joint right here, so you want to hinge it like that. And then this piece right here, you want to get it tabbed into this little grooved area. Well, not grooved, but you know, the indented area, because it'll kind of just go into place there. And once you get that done, you got him in robot mode. And I gotta say, this is probably the best Hound figure we've had. Oh, not Hound. I am so stupid. Ironhide figure ever. Hound's on the brain because I was transforming him earlier. Out of the Siege figures, I would say he's one of the more annoying ones. But he's not too like, his transformation's still good in comparison to some other Transformers that have really bad transformation, especially if you're coming off some of the movie lines. I don't mean Studio Series, because those ones are actually pretty good for the most part, with the exception of the Bumblebee, not the Camaro one, but the Volkswagen one, and then Barricade. They're pretty terrible. Barricade isn't as bad, or any of the Hatchet molds, which is Hatchet, Crowbar, Crankcase. Those ones are pretty bad. Studio Series ones. Wait a minute, did they? No, they haven't done Hatchet, because Hatchet's the dog, so it's Berserk from last night. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, so yeah, those molds, the tabby mess. None of these are even like that. As I said in my video review, I like them, but I still prefer the other one. Anyways, moving away from that, he's the basic size of all the deluxes. Deluxes are the same size, really, with the exception of Ironhide over here, who's taller than everybody. But first wave deluxes are all the same size. Now here he is next to the Universe 2.0 mold. Now note this is Ratchet and not Ironhide, because I sold my Ironhide off years ago because I didn't like the head sculpt. But I actually like Ratchet's head sculpt, which is actually a bit different, doesn't look nearly as goofy looking, but one thing I hated about the mold is how he's looking down, so you kind of got to position him very weirdly to actually, you know, get him to look up. But yeah, I will say this is much more of a solid figure than this Ratchet ever was. The legs feel like they're less hollow. Feels like he's more stable, mostly because he doesn't have a giant backpack. Because look, that's beautiful how there's like virtually no kibble, other than like the stuff on the side here, which is much better than whatever mess this is. And he's better articulated than this figure, and we'll go over his articulation in a bit. And he's taller. You can definitely tell he is taller. So, not all Siege Deluxe class figures. Oh my god, I'm screwing up here. Those Deluxe class figures are not short. He's a prime example of that. Now, I will say the Voyager class figures for this line, at least Starscream, is a little bit shorter than like Megatron and Optimus, which will actually bring out Optimus here. We'll just remove him. And yeah, here's Optimus. Yeah, they're really great. They look really great together. And yeah. And we'll just throw in another figure. Here is compared to a a Prime Trilogy, Prime Wars Trilogy character. This is Legends Cup, actually technically part of the Takara Legends line. But yeah, the original mold was the Titan Returns Cup, which I actually still have somewhere around here. But yeah, there he is. He's shorter, so just thought I'd point that out because he was, I think, taller than some other figures I had that were from Thrilling 30. Not all of them though. Like I think that Skid's mold's taller. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, there's that. And one last final size comparison is Siege Ultra Magnus. Now I gotta put his shoulder piece back on because it fell off for whatever reason. So yeah, he is next to Siege Ultra Magnus. I think he scales well. I don't think he scales bad at all with anything really. He scales pretty well, and it's the size I imagine Ironhide. When I heard they were doing him as deluxe, I was like, that is stupid. And then when I saw the size of the deluxes, I was like, oh dear lord, he's going to be short. Nope, he's actually really scaled well. Even if you had a Classics Optimus, he still scales well. And that's considering that Siege Prime is, well, bigger than Classics Optimus. By just a few, like an inch or two. So yeah. I was pleasantly surprised by this figure. Anyways, here's the gun mode for the gun. You just kind of go like that, and, you know, pew pew pew, you know? Do that cool stuff. Or, yeah, I don't know. But you can go into hammer mode. You could hold it like this. Or you can hold it like this. So you can hold it however you like to hold it. In addition, if you fold that back, you could just place it on that 5mm port in the back, and you get storage. That is pretty nice. So now we'll get over to head articulation. 360 degrees. Can look down. Oh, oops. He looks about down that far, up that far. You can get a little bit of side tilt, thanks to the ball joint. And yeah, that's head articulation. Next we got the arms, so they can go out like that, which is pretty good, because there's like a little joint right here, and the joint right here, of course. So you get like two arm joints. This one just moves slightly up, while the other one just does this basic arm joint. This can turn 360 degrees because it's on a mushroom peg. The swivel there, and you got elbow bend, nice elbow bend, 90 degrees, as you can see. 360 degrees on the wrist articulation. And again, mushroom peg right there. Haven't had any problems with anything popping out other than these panels here, which should have been pinned in. But you know, whatever. I can forgive considering how great this figure is. 360 degrees in the waist. Legs can go up that far. Legs can go back that far. And actually bend that far too. Get a more than 90 degree bend at the knee, which is really nice. And then you got them ankle tilts. Yeah. And yeah, that is the articulation for Siege Ironhide. Overall, Siege Ironhide is an amazing figure. I would highly recommend him to anyone who is looking for a Chug Ironhide in the collection, or even somebody who already has a Chug Ironhide, like the what's it called? The Classics / Universe one, or even the third-party Chuggish Ironhides. Who is it? It wasn't Fans Projects. It was iGear's ones, which I think those fit more in Masterpiece. I think. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, I think they did. I wouldn't really know because I never had those iGear Ratchet and Ironhide. But yeah, overall, great figure. Would highly recommend it. And yeah, this has been me, ManBat201. Please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next review, which is another Siege Wave 2 figure. So yeah, peace out.